You're deep. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness is really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
You gonna dig this?
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
what's good, guys? All right, listen. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all, man. Let's kick it. Let's just talk for a minute, right? Let's just talk for a minute. And I hope that I'm looking clean. I feel like I'm looking a little blurry. But we gonna talk about it today. And this is, listen, we just gonna kick it. Just kick it. Let's just kick it, right? Okay, so I am in Memphis. Anybody wants to know? Yes, I am in Memphis. Me and my girl just went to Blue City Cafe. Pretty good. Can't knock it. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right, listen. So this is my thing, right? The question of the night is, do you think what Michael Strahan did for JSU was right or wrong? And should he have done it for his own alma mater? Now, when I first saw it, right, I'm not going to lie to you, I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, oh, cool. Michael Strahan is doing this for Jackson State, and he's doing it for Deion, his homeboy. That's all good and dandy. But then right after it, I mean, like maybe like an hour or two, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, didn't he go to Texas Southern? Like, wouldn't you want to give back to your own alma mater? Like, now, granted, there's a lot of variables in that. They could have not wanted to be suited. They could not have won. But Michael Strahan has had his suit collection for at least 3 years. At least 3 to 4 years, okay? And all of a sudden, now you want to offer your Jackson State and HBCU your ability to suit them up or customize their suit, but you wouldn't even do for your own alma mater. And you could have done it for the basketball team, because Texas Southern has an all-world basketball team. So you could have done it for your basketball team. I don't like this. I do not like this at all. And that's the thing, that you're absolutely right. We don't know what he has or has not done for Texas Southern. You're absolutely right. So I'm not saying that he doesn't give money. But he's not using his, okay. He put his brand on Jackson State. That's completely different than you giving money alumni-wise. All right. Now, is it still beneficial? Absolutely. But which one got more spotlight? Putting a brand on a school, or you just giving money to Texas Southern? Now, for me, I'm always going to go for the brand aspect. He said he's made donation and paid for equipment for Texas. Listen, I get that, guys. I understand that. But you got to understand, putting a brand on a school works a lot better than you just giving money and buying stuff unannounced, right? Now, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, baby, it's like, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. I think that's correct. Something like that, right? Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So listen, does it always have to be a publicity stunt to get what you want or get what you need? No. Right? You don't always have to get the limelight and limelight in the shine for what you're doing. But it just doesn't sit well with me that you, because you know what comes with Deion. Come on, like everybody knows what comes with Deion. It's the publicity. You can give Deion a pair of shoelaces from Burberry, and he's gonna be like, hey, look, hey, zoom in on that. Zoom in on that, Sam. Sam, zoom in on that. I got these shoelaces. Shout out to Burberry. They sent Coach Prime some shoelaces. They heard I needed laces. So, of course, Burberry reached out to me. I reached out to them. And, Burberry hooked your boy up, Coach Prime, you know what I'm saying, with the laces. Look at my laces, guys. Come on now. Come on, Burberry. Hey, look at the Burberry. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, right? So, my thing is, with that, why couldn't you take that? This guy is on Good Morning. He is like the second cousin of Steve Harvey. There's nothing that Michael Strahan is on that he's not. Michael Strahan is big. Okay, let's not. He was on Kelly. It was like Kelly and Michael, and then he went to Good Morning America. He's on Good Morning America. He is on Good Morning America. So let's not act like his brand is not big. He has a big brand. All I'm trying to ask, all I'm trying to understand is why not put your brand? That's a fair point. That's a fair point, Black Pilot. That is a fair point. Do you have to ask for help? It's my school. Do I have to ask do you think Ryan, come on, bro. Y'all are this is some horrible thinking. Do you think Marcus Spears and Ryan Clark and OBJ and all these guys, do you think LSU asks them for promotion? No, they do it all the time. They be on ESPN. Oh, Ryan Clark got a whole LSU jacket that he has the lining LSU. He stay repping his school. Do you think Michael Irvin and Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, they have to act that Miami has to ask them to promote them, that he has to ask them to put them on something or talk about them? Stop playing with, that's a horrible mindset. That is a horrible mindset. Because none of these big schools do that. None of that big schools do that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, appreciate it, Levi. Appreciate it, my guy. Real talk. All right. So that's all I'm saying. Like, let's not act like these Power 5 schools don't get free promotion all the time. Come on, man. Tim Cook, Bo Jackson, Cam Newton stay donating to Auburn endlessly without Auburn ever asking. So what are we talking about? Some things I can say a lot of these people don't do for their school. Didn't donate some equipment. Oh my gosh. Guys, you're missing the point. All right. It's not about what he's done previously. HBCU schools are hot now. They're hot, right? Deion has done that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Coach Prime has done that. So why now, all of a sudden, no disrespect to Michael Strahan, you come out the woodworks and say, hey, I'm gonna put y'all in my Michael Strahan stuff. Why not have a double deal? Why not have Texas? Michael Strahan has laced up Texas Southern and Jackson State. As long as you have it taped to an HBCU, you was gonna get pubbed. It does. Oh my gosh, guys, it's not about that. That is ignorant thinking. It's not about his brand. Doesn't need Texas. Listen, Michael Strahan's brand doesn't need Texas Southern. Texas Southern needs Michael Strahan. It doesn't make sense what you're saying. Jackson State needed Deion. Tennessee State needed Eddie George. These celebrities don't need it, but you gotta. And he went to the school. He went to the school. Come on, that doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be about, it should not be about how does Texas Southern help his brand? He helps Texas Southern's brand. It's his alma mater. That's the least he can do. You're saying, oh, didn't you give equipment back a few years ago? A few years ago, HBCUs weren't popping like they are now. Everything's on the news. Come on, man. I don't understand it. What? It's not just, oh my gosh, man. You guys are so small-minded. Hey, go ahead, caller, you live.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
What's up? Yeah, talk to me.
All right. So, the thing that I was going to say is that I think that we don't know all the details. There may be some other things that's going on behind the scenes. And the other thing to it is that Coach Prime has a tendency to go out there and make a big splash, where other programs and other schools don't have that mentality. So I would say, stay tuned. I expect him to do something with his school. but there may be legal reasons for him not having hit them up or laced them just yet. But I agree with you 100%. He should have done like a partner deal where, he's outfitting 2 of the schools.
My thing is this. How can wait, let me ask you a question. And once again, this is all speculation. So we're just speculating. How can he promote? Yeah. How non-legally he can promote with Jackson State, but he can't promote with his own alma mater? Make that make sense to me.
No, I'm not. Okay, so Title IX. All right, so if you got an AD that's more concerned with Title IX, or maybe there's something in the Texas legislation that says, hey, in order to do brand endorsements, you have to do extra steps. Because you are talking about Mississippi as opposed to Texas.
But that's not a hold on, wait.
I'm not saying that you're not wrong.
Hold on,
you're not wrong because
wait.
100%. He should have been. It should have been. Wait. It should have been a dual announcement.
You can't listen. I don't want to say you can't. I don't think that's the right statement because these schools are locked in with Nike, Adidas, there are other brands suiting these kids up equipment wise, sweatsuit wise, all type of stuff. Yeah. So what's the difference of having a suit deal? I'm not saying we both know the old intricate parts about it, but I'm trying to get understanding.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, hey, not that you're wrong, but there may be a piece to this that we don't know. I 100% agree that, it should have been, okay, hey, guess what? My alma mater and Jackson State University are going to be wearing my stuff in the fall. And then, then he could have catapulted into a limited run business, a business line for women. We're saying, hey, we're going to do something with the women too. I'm just trying to be objective on it.
I got you. And I appreciate the call in, my guy, for real.
Yep.
Thanks, sir. Okay. This I don't like this. I don't like this form of I just don't like this form of thinking. Just because they didn't ask. Just because they didn't ask. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hey, Mr. Ford, talk to me.
Hey, I think we need to do a little research here now. I've never heard, I know a lot of Texas Southern graduates and people down in Houston, and I've never heard them complain about Michael Strahan not doing anything for
I didn't say he didn't do anything. I didn't say he didn't do anything. That's not what I said.
But I'm just saying, I think that we need to do more research, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if you know anything about the relationship between Oprah Winfrey and Morehouse, she has put millions upon millions into Morehouse.
We're not talking about Morehouse.
She has done for her own school at Tennessee State.
Whoa.
Now, my thing is, it's his prerogative, it's his money. But I can remember when he was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame, he and Kevin Hart got together and paid for a charter jet to bring Texas Southern's band to Canton, Ohio. And I also remember somebody keep pointing out to you that he bought equipment and those kinds of things for them. I don't have a problem with Michael Strahan. I think it was great what he did for Deion and the suits and all of that. But I think that before we, slam him about he not doing what he he should have done it for Texas Southern first, we need to do the research on it.
Research of
because
what?
That like somebody just tried to point out to you that there are things that are being done behind closed doors that we're not privy to. So I know Morehouse sitting in the SWAC, but my point is, even though Oprah Winfrey went to Tennessee State 2 years ago, was it 2 or 3 years ago, she came down here for a program for Tyler Perry out at his place out at Fort McPherson. She heard that the school was having financial problems.
And
she wrote a $25 million check.
And once again, hold on. Once again, wait. Once again, that's her prerogative, and everybody who's a private donor.
That's what I'm saying for Michael Strahan. It's his prerogative.
Listen,
it is his prerogative.
Mr. Ford.
If he
Mr.
wants
Ford,
to give,
Mr.
if he
Ford,
wants to
Mr.
give
Ford, Mr. Ford,
to,
relax.
Jackson
Ford.
State, I don't have a problem with that.
Mr. Ford, my whole thing, all I simply am saying, and once again, I'm not knocking because I even started off, I said, we don't know what he does behind closed doors. He could give millions
Yeah,
to
that's
Texas.
what I'm saying.
I got that. My only issue and what I'm sticking to and what all I'm talking about is how do you not suit up your own alma mater? That's the discussion point. That has nothing to do with Oprah Winfrey at Morehouse. That's nothing to do with Oprah Winfrey at Tennessee
I'm
State.
saying I was giving you an analogy of another situation.
But that's not the same.
HBCU alum who has basically taken her money and given it. I'll give you another one. Look at all of the money Bill Cosby gave to Spelman College. Look at the money Bill Cosby gave to Morehouse.
I'm not
Look
talking
at the money
about
Bill
that.
Cosby gave to Central State.
I'm not talking about that.
HBCU.
I'm not talking about that,
Look at
Mr.
the money
Ford.
he gave to him.
That's awesome. That is great. My point, and that the point that I'm staying on, because once again, as I've stated earlier in the stream, I said, I know he's probably doing something behind the scenes. The only issue that I have is saying that why not put your brand on Front Street like you did for Jackson State? His brand is.
I think he's done that.
How so? How so?
I think that this is a classic case of nitpicking, okay, and it's a classic case of majoring in the minors, okay, because this guy has done things for Texas Southern.
All right.
When he had they did a program on him on the NFL channel. A lot of that program was about his time at Texas Southern.
Oh.
It wasn't like he forgot Texas Southern.
I didn't say he did.
Like I just
That's
gave you an
not.
example.
I've never said that.
I've
never said that. I've never said that. Mr. Ford, I've never said that. I never said he forgot about it.
Not have brought that band
okay,
up
Mr.
there.
Ford, thank you.
Never said that.
Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
I never said he forgot about it.
Hey, caller, talk to me.
Hello, Sky.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Mauk?
Hey, how you doing?
What's that? Talk to me.
I hope you enjoy your weekend in Memphis. And I never had the privilege of meeting Michael Strahan.
Mm-hmm.
But being a Texas Southern graduate, I always joke with people. I think the biggest mistake Michael Strahan made was he should have found his first wife at Texas Southern University.
Why you going there, Malcolm? Why you going?
No, I'm just saying. I think he could have found his first wife at Texas. It don't make sense to have all those women on that campus, and then you couldn't find. But it is what it is. But no, he's given a great deal. That's why I remember when you and BJ Jones were together. I was offended when BJ called him Jason Strahan. But Michael Strahan, I think he gave $100,000 when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame. And I think it might have just been a business, from his business perspective. He said, well, JSU, they're getting all the hype, so why not have them model my suits? You know, I don't know, but I never had any issues with Michael Strahan. I obviously I can't speak for all the successful alumni of the greatest institution in the world.
Oh
but,
my God!
I never had an issue with him. I just felt he should have found, a woman from TSU. To me, so other than that, have a safe weekend in Memphis.
Hey, appreciate it, Marco. Kept it short and sweet. That's not like you, but appreciate it.
All right, be careful.
All right. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty. Look, man, I got to give it to you. You're dead on target on this one, and I'm getting what you're saying about brand versus donating, because again, we all know Mike give to the school. I mean, I've always had that beef with a lot of things Oprah did. I mean, that's what we talk about Oprah, but again, we're talking about branding. And Oprah, on so many occasions, has attached her brand to things that wasn't Tennessee State. And I can't actually remember her actually ever attaching her brand to Tennessee State. She may have, I could be wrong. Now she's getting money, but I've never can't remember her attaching a brand to Tennessee State. For instance, like with Aeneas Williams and Avery Johnson.
Mhm.
Every time they played, if you see them in the locker room, they had a certain cap or jersey or something they put on after the game.
Mhm.
And also while donating to the university.
Yeah.
So those are two different things. And like I said, that's always been one of my biggest pet peeves. And also just the beef I have with these celebrities and even the ones from HBCUs. Now, all of a sudden, they're interested in investing in the HBCUs when they could have been doing this a long time ago. But at the end of the day, I guess you get it how you can.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I got to give it to you. I disagree with a lot of things you said, but you're dead on target with this. This has nothing to do with giving to your school. This is about branding your school.
And I'm so glad you expressing it more concise than how I was doing it. But I agree, right? When you attach a brand, like when Michigan became affiliated with Michael Jordan, it made Michigan go up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the branding of Michael Jordan that now, granted, Michigan is a powerhouse. They have their own thing, but it made them like, oh, shoot. Okay, Michigan with this. So people who don't know that Michael Strahan went to Texas Southern, all the people who probably watch Good Morning America.
Exactly.
If you put your brand and you combine it with what you did with Jackson State and Deion, it grows Texas Southern's brand. That's all I'm saying. It gets them in the national spotlight now on all the ESPN and Good Morning America, and they're talking about it. And I gave my alma mater in Jackson State 2 HBCU schools my suits. That's all I'm trying to say is if you add a brand to a school like Texas Southern, they get the spotlight that they deserve as well. And I'm not saying Jackson State isn't hot, but Jackson State is hot by itself. It didn't need Michael Strahan at no point this year.
Exactly. Of all SWAC schools that need branding, is Texas Southern.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like if Jerry, if somebody said Jerry Rice, if Jerry Rice had a suit thing and he went to Jackson State, that would be so disrespectful to me. I don't care how you want to put it. It would, and I don't care if Jerry Rice gave $1 million. Nobody knows about that, Jerry, but the people in Valley. You're trying to grow the school's recognition. You're trying to grow the school's brand.
Nobody knows that but the HBCU family.
That's what I'm saying. And so you're like, oh, but he's donated. Yeah, but nobody knows that. And all I'm saying is the schools, and I always hate comparing it to Power 5, but I'm telling you, you see these announcers and analysts on these ESPN shows, and all they do is brag about their university. LSU this, Ohio State that.
ESPN every day.
Every day. Michael Irvin lives and breathes the U. Ray Lewis lives and breathes Ed Reed. And these are public figures that constantly put it in your face. It's free promotion.
Correct. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Just have to tell you, you're right on that one, Scott.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir. And listen, I don't have any problem if somebody disagrees with me. I want to be very clear, Mr. Ford. I love you. You know, you always one of my favorite callers. So no disrespect, Mr. Ford, but I don't argue. I don't yell over my channel. That's just I don't do that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day. And that's why I keep stressing the fact of celebrity coaches coming to these HBCU schools, not because that they need it. It's to elevate the brand of the school, to make everybody else look at the school and be like, oh, shoot. Okay, Ed Reed at Grambling. Oh, shoot, that's dope. I want to go there. I think that's I want to kick it there. Marshall Faulk goes to Southern. And I know Smash is probably on here like Southern doesn't need it. And it's not that. It's just that now you getting ballers from California whose dad loves Marshall Faulk. And he's like, hey, son, you might want to check this out, man. You might want to just check that out. That's all I'm saying. Just grow the brand of the school. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
What's going on, Scott? It's Jared from Tennessee.
Hey, what's up, my guy? Talk to me.
Shit, not much. I was listening to the program as far as the branding with Michael Strahan.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to let everybody know that it's not about branding the university as far as Texas Southern. It's about branding himself. Because more than anything,
Texas Southern needs money. They don't need suits. Michael Strahan used this as an opportunity to brand himself, to put more money into his brand as far as his business, because he is a businessman. So he used this opportunity with over 700,000 views. It was the second most nationally viewed college football game outside of the University of Notre Dame, which drew 7.7 or 7.2 million viewers. So we're talking about a former alum of Texas Southern being able to garner more money and more business for his suits, so he could put more money into his alma mater.
I like
because
that.
Again,
I like that.
The celebrities were at Jackson State.
I like that.
Trina was there. Trick Daddy was there. Chad Ochocinco, he was there. Terrell Owens, he was also there. Gilly the Kid, etc., etc. Barstools, I could go on all day. Which celebrity was at the Texas Southern game?
That's real. I like that. I like this point. I like that. That makes sense. I got to give it to you. That makes sense. That's real talk. That makes sense.
Okay, not only that, but what was the viewership as far as the Texas? I forgot who Texas Southern played. I think it was Prairie View. Don't book me on
you're
it.
right. It's PV.
But what was the viewership as far as the game between them and their opponent? What was the viewership for that game?
I couldn't even tell you, if I'm being honest.
You get where I'm going?
No.
So it's not that he couldn't brand the school as far as his outfits, but as far as viewership and getting his business out there, it was a Kanye move. You get where I'm going?
No. Listen.
So
and let me rebuttal just a little bit. I love your point. Flat out love your point. The only smudge I'm gonna say is I'm not telling you to I'm not telling you to take it away from Jackson State. I'm not that. All I'm saying is, and it's the same thing I felt about Shedeur with Beats. I feel like that should have been a brother deal. I feel like Shiloh and Shedeur should have been part of Beats. I feel like Jackson State and Texas Southern should have been a part of that deal. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying take it away from Jackson State. We know Jackson State is hot grease, but when you slide in Texas Southern in that deal, you add to their promotion, because now they're not just talking about one school. They're talking about two schools. Michael Strahan had put his suits on two schools. You get what I'm saying? I 100% agree with, I love your take on how it can be looked at. But what I'm telling you is if you just slide it underneath the table and throw them in the headline as well, they get notoriety. Because now people are like, what is Texas Southern? Like, that's it. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Correct. So now you went to Shedeur Sanders Beats by Dre deal.
Well,
now the reason why he was able to garnish that deal, not so much as Shiloh not being able to have the same relationship, but Shiloh Sanders is a different breed as far as, marketing and branding. We're talking about two different athletes, even though they're related. We're still talking about two different athletes and two different personalities. Because one thing about companies is that they always go to somebody that's familiar with you on who's more marketable and who's more people friendly. In other words, Shiloh Sanders is a different personality from Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is a lot calmer. He's a lot easier to deal with versus Shiloh being a different kind of personality. So it takes more to deal with the Shiloh Sanders versus the Shedeur Sanders. So what the father did was he said, okay, I'm going to get this company to trust one versus the other, and then I can get the other in later. That's all for marketing strategy, more so one versus the other, because both of them are extremely talented in their positions. But one is different from the other when it comes to relationships, dealing with other people, when it comes to personality type.
Okay, so if this is
with Michael Strahan,
go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah, with Michael Strahan working out two deals, one with Jackson State and Texas Southern being his alma mater. The reason why he did it with Jackson State is because all of the odds of college football, both FBS and FCS, are on Jackson State. Florida A&M is second when it comes to facilities, when it comes to money coming in from alums, when it comes to money in general, as far as getting sponsorships and facilities.
Okay.
So
okay. Hold on.
It's a lot easier.
Okay, so let me kind of go, because I don't want you to keep going, because I'm gonna forget my point. I don't agree with you on the Shedeur and Shiloh thing, because in the advertisement, in the actual thing, he said, I chose here to change the culture for my people. Didn't Shiloh do the same thing? Did not Shiloh do? And if we're being honest, Shiloh had the bigger brand coming from a Power 5 SEC school. Like, he played at a higher level than Shedeur before he even threw a pass. The only reason I would have preferred that to been a brother deal, because they both chose to come here to change the culture at Jackson State. That's the only reason I felt that should have been a brother deal. You have your view on that, saying that Shedeur is easier to deal with and he's calmer. However you put it, my view is that, based on football, and I understand that marketing isn't always about who's the best player. It's about who's more marketable. So I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, if they both chose to come here to change the culture, I would have taken both of them. And I think it would have been more impactful as the Sanders boys coming here to change than just Shiloh and Shedeur, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I give you that Texas Southern has, the Texas Southern has top facilities. They're part of that Texas A&M, that tree. They get the money, they get the funding from Texas. I get all that. I give you that. The only thing you're missing my point when I said elevate the school. I don't care about the facilities, because at the end of the day, I knew that that Texas A&M and PV, they have really good facilities, but Texas A&M does. Texas Southern does, because they get that Texas A&M money. What I'm saying is, there's people outside of Texas who have never heard of Texas Southern. All I'm telling you is, and all I'm saying is, and somebody said you don't get money by business by hooking people up. It's not a hookup. It's simply saying, let me add my school to the headline so they get promotion. That's it. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
Got you. But what I want to add into is on this. It's all about timing. Trust me when I tell you, Texas Southern will be branded. But again, it's all about timing. Right now is the perfect time for him to not only work his relationships with a former football player and Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl champion. When you are working your brand to try to expand your business savvy or your business horizons with people that you're more so familiar with versus people that are struggling. Texas Southern is in a different bracket as far as financial stability than Jackson State, because right now Jackson State is getting all the money, they're getting all the sponsorships, they're getting everything right now. So right now you focus on one that will enable your brand to be big enough to where you can support the other. So in other words, it's all about timing and strategy. It's not like he didn't want to, but the timing of it all. Right now, all eyes are on Jackson State. With Jackson State having all of the eyes around the nation, it is going to circle. It's going to have a trickle down effect. It's going to work its way to Jackson State, to FAMU, to Southern, Prairie View, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to work its way down. It's a trickle down effect. So it's all about timing. So what Michael Strahan is doing, since he's not a figurehead, because more so than anything, these HBCUs need a figurehead that's going to garner the same amount of attention, that's going to have the same amount of people to pull in similar resources to what a Deion Sanders is doing to invoke change. So it's all about the timing. So when you're comparing, like I said, it's different for one versus another, because we were talking about Shiloh and Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur. When it comes to marketability, when people bring you in to represent their business, they're going to look at every single thing that you do, your social media posts, what you post on social media, how you talk, the way you talk, whether you curse or not. Everything about you has to be marketable to the eyes, so these people that need to be comfortable enough to be around you can bring you in, so you can be the change as a representative or as a figurehead for the rest of the university.
Bro.
Michael Strahan, go ahead.
I need you to get to the point. I need you to wrap it up.
Okay, my point being is, and I'm gonna keep it short and simple.
All right, appreciate it.
My point is that what he's doing is the right thing, but it's going to have a trickle down effect. It's going to Jackson State. It's going to FAMU. It's going to what's next? Next year, Tennessee State will be the big thing. So it's a trickle down effect, and then it's going to eventually get to Texas Southern to where they can have enough money to hire a figurehead. And once that happens, everything that you're talking about that he should have did is what he's going to do.
All right.
And that's my point.
Appreciate it, my guy. Thank you, sir.
You take care of yourself.
You too. Hey, Smash, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, hey man, I got a couple things I want to say. Let's breaking this thing up a little bit. You're absolutely right, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? We can crucify you when you don't have no swag hours. We can crucify you, like, you know, when you don't be knowing some shit you don't know about the culture. But this, you are spot on. I get what the boy was saying last call about the trickle down effect, but one can use that trickle down effect is basically saying, okay, when the next HBCU get hot, I'm gonna go get him some suits. No, that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Scotty. He should have gave Texas Southern some suits too. Now, I understand as a businessman, because I'm a businessman myself. Jackson State hot right now, so let's do it for them. But at the same time, I'm gonna just give you some of the culture. Another reason why he should have did it for Texas Southern, because on the same day as the Orange Bowl, well, on the same weekend, that was Texas Southern's biggest game of the year against PV, the Labor Day Classic. If anything, you should have given them for that game, because that's the biggest game of the year. We know they're not a good football team, but you know, make them feel like one. And my thing is, why you waiting, Michael Strahan? Why you waited so long? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Michael Strahan went to Texas Southern until recent months. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
And for you, and you know, you born and raised in the SWAC. That's saying something.
I was at the game. I was at PB and Texas Southern game.
Yeah.
Right. And as far as that beach deal too, both brothers should have got that deal too. I know the dude who actually shot that commercial for Beach. You are absolutely right. And I can add more to that. I feel like all of these players who are part of that change that Shedeur is, you know what I'm saying, who transferred, they should have been featured in the commercial.
They should have.
They don't have to do this. Could have been featured. That'd have been dope. You know what I'm saying? So I will hold you long, Scotty. You right. You know what I'm saying about Texas Southern should have got some suits, but most definitely, I think both schools should have got them. And why you waited so long? I get it to expand your brand, but you also falling into the Michael Strahan. You falling into the category of people who's riding this HBCU wave, dog. Like now that they're hot, you are part of the culture. Don't like, you know.
Don't jump in it. Don't jump in it because the water getting hot. I feel, you know, don't jump in it because the water getting hot.
Fact. You know what I'm saying? You could have been to that. I got a couple of Michael Strahan suits. They fit bigger for bigger muscular guys. You know what I'm saying? So you right, Scotty, man. You dead on this point. Both schools should have got it. I'm not just saying that.
I appreciate it. Okay, because I feel like, and I want to get to somebody. I like this. Michael is a alum of Texas Southern. So why would the trickle down effect take so long? Why would it? If Michael Strahan went to go coach for Texas Southern tomorrow, that would be big time news. That would be headline news. He would be, and is he not an NFL Hall of Famer? Is he not one of the primary members of the New York Giants Super Bowl team when they beat the Patriots and when they were going undefeated? Is he not a figure? I think his gap is, if I'm not mistaken, trademarked or copywriters. His gap. Okay. So let's not act like he doesn't have a brand of his own. He does. So it shouldn't matter if Michael Strahan gave it to Valley, PV, Texas Southern. He is the brand. He is the brand. You see what I'm saying? That's all. I think you guys, all the people who are saying, well, did Texas Southern have to ask? Why should I have to ask? You know the situation we're in. You know right now, the only HBCU that's really popping right now is Jackson State, and everybody else is just getting the residual effect of it. So what are we really talking about right now? What are we really talking about right now? Because you have to plan for the long-term game. Like, Deion is not always going to be at Jackson State. HBCUs are not going to always be this hot. So while the oven is hot, you better cook as much as you can. Get as much as you can out this thing while it's hot. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Scotty, this is Malcolm again.
What's up, Mal?
And my only thing is, I think the wrong TV personality should have been, or this should have been the subject line, and that's Shannon Sharp. Because I really don't care about him promoting another SWAC school. Texas Southern is probably, it's between us and FAMU that as far as money, we're probably secure. And even if we have issues, it's usually internal issues. And obviously that's my school. I'm not going to even get into that, but I'm never going to be concerned about the funding at Texas Southern University. It's in the largest city. We have people in place who could handle that if there's an emergency. I'm not worried about Texas Southern financially. But Shannon Sharp, I would have thought he went to Alabama.
The way
because every time he speaks,
he rides for
he
Nick
talks
Saban.
about the Crimson Tide and Nick Saban. He never talks about Savannah State.
You're right.
So I think that's a bigger issue. Michael Strahan, now for people who didn't know that he attended Texas Southern, it's a lot of things. I don't understand why we already had that conversation. I don't understand why people would not be familiar with HBCUs altogether. But as far as Shannon Sharp, even Stephen A. Smith, he promotes Winston-Salem State more.
He does.
But Shannon Sharp, he always talked about Alabama. And he'll mention Savannah State occasionally, but he never really promotes it every day. And so to me, Michael Strahan, he has done a great job. I think he's always spoke well of Texas Southern University. He's given money. Like I said, he gave $100 during his Hall of Fame. Obviously, it's his business strategy to utilize Jackson State. But, Jackson State, that's like a cousin or a brother. At least it's within the same conference, as opposed to someone like Shannon Sharp, who promotes Alabama, which is not part of the HBCU more so than. So to me, that's the bigger issue. That's what disgusts me, is Shannon Sharp more so than Michael Strahan. So, Michael Strahan has been a great ambassador for our school, so I have no problems with him.
All right. Okay, so I want to ride with Malcolm with this one because I agree. I don't think Shannon Sharp really promotes Savannah State. No, he doesn't. If you watch Undisputed, no, he does not. Listen. I am a Undisputed fan. He does not promote Savannah State all the time. He does not. If he talks about Savannah State, he always talks about his time at Savannah State. And yeah, it's different. Anyway, my thing is this. I'm not listen to what I'm saying, guys. And I feel like you guys are getting really You're getting really emotional, and I'm not trying to touch buttons, all right, of the cries. I'm not. What I'm saying to you is, to be fair, right? To be fair, all I'm saying is, why not ride the wave of what's going on from Jackson State and the HBCUs and add his alma mater to the headline? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So here's the deal with me. There was a few things. The first guy said that one of the callers called and they said something about why is he riding the wave? Yeah, or he's trying to be a part of the culture now. And here's the deal. If he's going to Texas Southern, and then he went from Texas Southern, he went to play pro, he is the HBCU culture. He's giving back. This man is always speaking highly of Texas Southern. And I'm certain, I don't know, I'll have to find out myself. I'm sure he's done other things from Texas Southern. And so what I got from him when Deion went to JSU was that was a relationship that he wanted to support Deion in some kind of way, and that was his way of giving back. And so what's wrong with that? And why are we knocking him for what he's doing? I mean, it seems like he's always trying to do something, give him some kind of way. So I think it's kind of petty coming from this angle. And I don't know what kind of relationship he has with Texas Southern, but I know he's done other things there. But I don't know definitively what he's done, but I think it's kind of not right to kind of call him out on this when he's always done other things.
I don't. Well, first of all, what's your name? I didn't get your name.
Sean Bell.
Sean Bell. Okay, Mr. Bell. What I'm saying to you is and I see your point of view of like he's done other things and he's given once again, I feel like people are missing the point. All I'm saying is why not add Texas Southern to the headline, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. If you're working at a company, right? You're working at Apple, right? And you have a small business, right? You're like, okay, I made this product for my small business, but Apple is taking it over, right? Are you not going to plug your small business?
Of course, 100%.
Okay,
yes.
that's all I'm saying.
You're gonna go from there. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Why not plug Texas? That's all I'm. Listen, there's people. Everybody knows what's going on at Jackson State. Why? Because everybody knows Deion Sanders. Not everybody knows your alma. Not everybody knows your alma mater. And even though Michael Strahan is on Good Morning America, Regis and Kelly, all these shows, people don't know he went to Texas Southern. So all I'm saying is, why not add your school, plug your school?
Make it a bigger moment. Make it bigger than just about the GSU moment. Because first of all, I was getting the question. I thought you were saying just knocking for the suits. And I'm saying give Usain Bliss, just make this thing a whole lot bigger and use your platform to make it bigger across the board because people don't know. Because most folks don't know swag like that.
Exactly. Right. So the suits is part of all I'm saying is the suits helps the branding of Texas Southern. I don't care if he didn't really want to give suits. Suits is not the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can give them t-shirts for all I care. Give them ties. Give them a bow tie. Give them shoelaces. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just add your name to the brand of the headline. That's it. That's it.
I hear you. Okay. I hear you. I hear that, man. Okay. I got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everybody knows Apple. You get what I'm saying? So if you had a small business, everybody knows Apple. Apple don't have to promote anything. Apple is Apple. But you want people to come to your business as well. So you're like, hey, Apple bought this, but it really was originated at Bell Incorporated. So please go to www.bellincorporated.com if you want to get more products like this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Deanna is constantly saying, anyway, he's saying, listen, for what we're trying to do in the swag, it's not going to work if Jackson State gets everything or gets all the attention. He's like, it has to work at all the different ends. So you're saying just use this to bring Texas Southern in as well.
That's it. Just slide them into the picture as well. And that's the trickle effect. That's the
conversation becomes bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they're on Good Morning America. Now on ESPN, they're saying Michael Strahan
100%.
Jackson State and Texas Southern, his alma mater. And now kids from Texas Southern are getting that. Now Texas Southern is getting this branding. Now Texas Southern people are looking at, I didn't even know there was a school in Houston called Texas. That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Because I think about Rita, I just came on right now, right? Because I usually watch the show. And then I said, is he right or wrong? I'm like, well, why would he be wrong? Like, what makes him wrong when he's trying to do something decent?
Mm-hmm.
But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. All right, cool.
That's it.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem. Hey, thank you for your time, Bill.
All right.
So yeah, listen. The thumbnail is to bring y'all in. Okay. If you don't know YouTube by now, the thumbnail is to be like, what the hell is he talking about? Boop. Let me click on it. All right. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Listen, this is my thing. And people are saying, okay, Shannon Sharpe doesn't talk about, the SWAC isn't a main topic or whatever. There are times, listen, guys, there are times when Power 5 schools and people who have gone to Power 5 programs, their school sucks, and they still bring them up. That's all I'm saying. That's life, bro. That is absolute life. Listen, this is just a conversation. I love getting difference of opinion. That's what it's all about. You like talking to the guy who said, Shedeur is more marketable than Shiloh. That's a great topic. That was a great point. I like this aspect of what he said that, you start one way to bring everybody else in. But I also agree with Smash. If we're talking about changing the culture, if we're talking about, all these transfers, because Shedeur will be nothing without his transfers. Can we say that? What would Shedeur be without Shane Hooks, Trevante Rucker, Lotto, Peyton Pickett, Nugget? What would he be without them? he would be looking sad. So you can be, how you gonna be legendary when you ain't got nobody to throw it to? How you gonna be legendary when you ain't got nobody to block for you? Put your boys on, and not just giving them beats. Put your boys on. Come on, man, get some. But we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
What's going on? Off script, man. It's your boy Steve St. Felix, FAMU, baby.
What? You still repping it? You still repping that?
You know it, man. Hey, man, listen, man. We the only HPC with a national championship, man. That's the last time I checked.
Oh my God. Well, you sound like Cowboys fans. Go ahead, man.
You're a great Cowboys fan too. I love what they did, but you know how Tiffany Green and Jay Walker, how they represent FAMU and Howard. I wish Michael Strahan would do that on Good Morning America, man. I understand what the other guys were saying. Like, you on that platform is maybe because you're getting a check or something, but I understand what they're saying, but I understand what you're saying as well. We can be emotional. So, I love what you're doing, man. And FAMU till I die, man. FAMU, thee I love thee.
I like that. That's what's up. Appreciate the call, my guy. That boy funny. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, Scotty? This Spears from Alabama.
What's up, man? Talk to me.
It's good, bro. I just wanted to say, man, put my 2 cents in it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I think some alumni and some fans got donations and branding confused, like, or intertwined, but they, you know what I'm saying? It's two different things.
Hold on, man. Hey, I hope you're not on speakerphone. You gotta talk a little closer to the mic. It's kind of hard to hear you.
Yeah, my bad. Man. I'm at work right now, so I'm trying to talk. Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just saying, like, I agree with what you saying, and I think some fans and alumni got donations, and the branding kind of like intertwined, but they're two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know what I'm saying? They were saying like, he brought equipment or whatever. And true enough, like, that's cool and all, you know what I'm saying? That's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? All praise to him. If you can't see that equipment, but all last week for the Orange Boston Classic, like, you know how ESPN goes to the Mets program or the Mets game or whatever, they show them getting off the bus and all this and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You see how good JSU looks and Michael Strahan's brand, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if anybody deserved it, it would have been that basketball team, because I know you're new to the SWAC and the SWAC and HBCUs or whatever, but if FCS had their own basketball tournament, Texas Southern probably have a full gun of national championships, because that's how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I feel like that would have been a nice thing for him to do, like you said, to add them on. So I agree with you, bro. That's all I had to put on it.
Hey, no, I appreciate the call in, my guy, for real. Hey, and I hope you don't get in trouble at work, my guy.
Oh no, I'm good, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, no, man, anytime. And listen, it's all, listen. I'm say that, and I hope, listen, if you do not agree with me, please call in. We can have, as long as we're not yelling over the phone and you're not over talking me, I'm not over talking you, we can have a discussion, because I don't want people to be like, oh, Scotty only listens to people that agree with him. That's not true. Like, I will, if you have a point that you disagree with me, that is what it is. My thing is this: Jackson State's brand was elevated to the 10th degree by adding Deion Sanders. That's it. Drop. Hey, Deion took a drop of him, put it on Jackson State, and boom, blew up. Crazy, right? Imagine what it would have been like if Michael Strahan put that same power and flame of Jackson State and just tossed it on Texas Southern. That's all I'm saying. Just toss it on Texas Southern. Just a little spice, just a little Tabasco, just 2 drops. Come on, man. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, off script? Hey, this is KJ.
What's up, KJ? Talk to me.
All right, man. Listen, when I was just listening to your conversation, I was just looking at, and the issue, take you kind of behind the curtain here.
Go ahead.
A lot of times when you see this type of action where, let's say, a guy who's a famous alumni from another school, he does something for someone else, and that oftentimes, man, that's a power struggle that's going on. So what you'll find, like, say, for example, I'm not saying this is exactly the case, but we've seen this before. A lot of times when a guy like, say, a Strahan may come in and say, okay, I want to do this for Texas Southern, but he may also just say, well, okay, if you do this, I may, just go ahead and name the field or something like that behind it, or I want certain strings attached to it. Now, when you have a lot of academia that's there, there's a power struggle that also goes on with guys often say, no, we're not going to do that. I mean, now if you want to give, we'll give it, and that's fine, but we're not going to do that. And so you'll end up seeing somebody say, okay, I tell you what, this is what I'm going to do then. I'm going to go and I'm going to give it to Jackson State. And I'm going to embarrass you to let you see that, you know what, this is what you're, and you see this a lot, man. A lot of famous alumni oftentimes fall out with their institutions because they want to do certain things, and that institution sometimes want to kind of handcuff them or try to limit that power, because that person now can end up becoming influential, coaching, president, all those kind of different things. So you have to be careful not to allow a guy to be able to have that kind of power structure over you. And so that's what it sounds to me. I'm not saying that's the case, but oftentimes you do see that, man.
Hey,
you do see that.
That's a great point. And I heard before I was looking at, when I was choosing schools, and before I went to Claflin, I was looking at Clark Atlanta and all that. They said Tom Joyner wanted to buy Morris Brown, but they wouldn't let him change the name. That was the
right.
Yeah, so it goes back to your point. If I become more influential than a president, a athletic director, a dean or whatever, that now I have that influence over the school, and a lot of people wouldn't want that. And listen, that's a great point, man. That is a huge point. Appreciate the call, my guy, for real.
No problem,
man. Thank you so much. All right, let me get to one. I like one comment. One commenter said, Timothy Carson said, just a curious question, Script. Does Deion seem more flamboyant than Strahan in regards to creating exposure? Listen, my girl tells me all the time that I need to take notes from Deion. She's like, listen, you do. She tells me all the time. She's like, listen, if you want to know what marketing looks like, take notes from Deion. He is the real deal. He's been doing it since college, before creating an image was an image or brand, like an individual brand. Deion, prime time. Come on, man. Like he got us calling him Coach Prime. That's an image. So he is the master marketer. Okay. So of course it just comes easy. It's natural. It's who he is. Like, I mean, that's like asking him not to breathe. Like, he markets everything. So yes, is it easier for him? Is it more flamboyant? And it's not even a flamboyant, because that's just who he is. He don't know any other way to be but to be Deion, and with Deion comes marketing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, if anybody, he should be giving classes at Harvard for marketing. I'm trying to tell you that, but that's just what it is. It's Deion, man. Coach Prime. It is what it is. And you gotta ride with it. I like this one. Not everybody can do what he does. I agree with you, but Texas Southern will get their shine. They're getting the O'Neal kids. Tell them to be patient and stop getting emotional. I like that point. I didn't like the ending, but I get what you're saying. Their time is going to come. So I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's going on, Scotty? This is JR again. I wanted to reply to Smash Time and what he said earlier. Now, as far as his Shiloh getting a deal, no, he should not have gotten a deal.
Okay.
And as far as Texas Southern getting the outfits, no, they should not have gotten outfits. Everything that did happen for a reason. And the reason being is because it's all about, again, timing and trust. When you get too many people represented at one, and there's not enough trust to go around, nothing gets done. That's why they did what they did. Michael Strahan chose Jackson State and FAMU as his representatives because right now the face of the SWAC is FAMU and it's Jackson State.
Okay.
Texas Southern will get the same support, and Shiloh Sanders will also get a deal.
Okay, hold on.
Now,
wait.
Go ahead.
I don't want you to keep going because I'm gonna miss my point. All right. First, it's Texas Southern.
Okay.
It's not Southern. It's Southern. All right, because you're killing me with the Southern. All right, that's one.
No, I said Southern.
You didn't.
Go ahead.
You said Southern, but okay. Anyway,
I did. Texas Southern. I know. But anyway, you were saying
you didn't. But anyway, so the point. My point is this.
I did.
You didn't. I mean, we can go. I mean,
No, I really did. But
you did.
Go ahead.
But okay, so the thing is,
Man, go ahead, man.
all right. So the thing is this with me. You're the same person that said a trickle down effect. Why does it? Why? Okay.
Correct.
Where does the trust and trickle start and meet?
When it comes to people who are business savvy or people who understand business, you're going to know about product, packaging, performance, and placement. One thing that it all evolves around is timing, because you're not talking about just dealing with one individual. This is totally different. You're talking about multiple individuals that you're talking about dealing with. Shiloh Sanders, again, is a different personality from Shedeur Sanders. You got to put one foot in before you put both feet in. It's one foot that follows another. That's what enable a person to walk. Now, I'm basically saying that to say this. They're taking baby steps. That's going to further lead to larger steps for the total at large. But you got to have one success that is going to be big enough to have success for everyone else to follow. That's why at Southern, they didn't hire Marshall Faulk. They hired Jason Rollins because they want to see the success of Deion Sanders in whether he's going to stay or whether he's going to have success that is going to enable him to use black people as a stepping stool to get to where he wants to go. In other words, it's all about trust and build when it comes to business relationships. That's why celebrity head coaches or figureheads aren't being hired right now, because the eyes of the SWAC and HBUs in general are all seeing what Deion Sanders is going to do next. Texas Southern is going to reap all of the benefits that Jackson State is reaping now. It just takes time. With the eyes being on Jackson State,
they won't.
And FAMU for the most part. Shiloh Sanders is going to get a deal. Number 38, the running backs, they're going to get a deal. All of them, every single last one of them. But it just takes time. And it takes a person that can lead and a person that they can trust. And once these things come into fruition, everything that everybody's saying what shoulda, coulda, and what they should have did is going to happen. It just takes time and trust. And that's why they did what they did. And what's going to happen will happen.
Okay.
That's my response.
I'm gonna say your rebuttal, and then I'm gonna let you go. And you can speak to my rebuttal before I let you go. But that's you're okay. I'm trying to get a good. What you're telling me is this, right? This is what you're saying. You're telling Texas Southern to look at Deion and Michael Strahan, cook them food, eat the food in front of you, sit at the table, wait for it, wait for your turn, and then when it gets there, it's cold. That's what you're telling Texas Southern to do. Because at the end of the day, you don't know if it ever comes their way. You don't know that. And what is the key thing in marketing? They always say strike while the iron is hot. While you have a brand, when you have a name, when you have some type of leverage. And right now, the SWAC is hot. You have to strike while you can. And for them to sit back and say, okay,
if they do so, and this is my response to that. Here's what's going to happen. Once Deion has success and he stays, because I don't believe he's going to go. I believe what everybody believes of what Deion is not true. But the reason why I say this is because he has the way he talks. It's almost as if he's hustling you. He speaks like he's a 24/7 hustler, but his intentions are good. Not only for himself and for the university, but for HBCUs at large. Now, what you're saying is strike while the iron is hot and while all odds are garnered on HBCU football. But what I'm telling you is that as Jackson State has more success and as Tennessee has success next year that Jackson State is having this year, because those are the two major figureheads, Deion Sanders leading the charge. What is going to happen, I want to say within 2 or 3 years, is everything that we're talking about that should have happened for Texas Southern is going to happen, because Deion Sanders is not going to only invoke change, but is going to provide opportunities for other figureheads to come to these universities, Marshall Faulk included,
sir. Okay,
that are going to basically have these relationships and have these business partners. You get them going? They're all going to come to HBCUs, and the tide is slowly but surely going to turn. What's holding that right now, and why they're not striking while the iron is hot, is because all the eyes of the HBCU is waiting to see what Deion Sanders is going to do next.
No,
and that's
no. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you.
Go ahead. You have a good one.
Listen, no, it's stupid. What you just said is stupid. Since you don't want to let me talk. What you just said is stupid, because at the end of the day, if it goes bad for Jackson State, no other SWAC school is going to look to try to hire a figurehead because they don't want the repercussions of what they see. Listen, for Jackson State, everything has to go well. Everything. Because you're giving Deion Sanders the keys. He is driving you wherever he wants to take you, and you don't know where you're going. That's literally what's going on. He can drive you off the cliff. He can drive you into a valley. He can drive you to an oasis. You don't know that. So you can't sit here and say, oh, in 2 or 3 years, other SWAC schools are going to want. You don't know that. So once again, you're asking Texas Southern to sit on their hands and wait to get fed cold food that they don't know is going to be hot. No, it's hot right now. Go get it. Everybody has eyes on the SWAC. It's right here. Go get your opportunity. Now, I do agree with some people who are talking about Shaq might have something in the works. Listen, Shaq is an ultimate businessman. I doubt he will send his kids somewhere that he will not have a say or an inkling of adding and providing and multiplying whatever he has. So Shaq might be a better public figure for Texas Southern than Michael Strahan will be. I do not know that for sure, but I'm telling you right now, it's a possibility. What I'm saying and what I totally disagree with is that Shedeur is nothing without his transfers. All right. So all I'm saying is yes, you're pushing a product. You're pushing a person because you talk about trust and you talk about all this. That's cool. Shedeur is whatever you want him to be, but he is nothing without wins and without those transfers. Without his dad getting the #1 FCS class, nobody is checking for Shedeur Sanders. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, to me, Shiloh and Shedeur should have both got a Beats deal because they're both adding to the brand of Jackson State. Be legendary, yes, but Shedeur cannot be legendary by himself. He's not that good to be legendary without the transfers. That's all I'm saying. So I think, once again, Shedeur, the Sanders family can do whatever they want. Shiloh is set for life. Deion Sanders Jr. is set for life. They all set for life. So they really, I don't like to count nobody's pockets, but, they don't, hey, they look good every time I see them. Isn't that what Deion said? His dad used to say to him, you look good every time I see you. You don't need anything. So he looks good. He looks good every time I see him. All I'm saying is this. It would have been a better look that you brought both your sons over to change the culture at the SWAC at Jackson State. Why not set it off with both of them having a Beats deal? And it would have been even dope if Shiloh is playing DB while Shedeur is playing quarterback in the commercial. Oh, come on. Somebody got to pay me for that. Somebody got to pay me for that. That's hot. That's hot. He doing a drop step. He breaking on the ball, swatting it down while Shedeur playing QB. Oh, my God. With the boom in the back, stepping it out. Come on, man. That's hot. That's hot. Oh. My girl just paid me for the idea. All right. It's copyrighted now. She just paid me for the idea. Thanks, babe. Appreciate that. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hello, this is Mustafa from DC.
What's up, Mustafa? Talk to me.
What I'm going to say is I think that the NIL thing, I think Shedeur is a quarterback. And if you even look into the FBS, the only quarterback that I know of that's actually got an NIL deal that's like $1 million was the quarterback for Alabama. I think it's specifically a position-based situation. Also, there's going to be some heavy lifting that's going to need to be done to actually increase the volume or increase the audience for HBCU football. It's not going to be just Deion. And as far as Texas Southern, you know, Deion is lifting. He's asked a lot. I mean, he's doing a lot already. And I see that the gentleman at Tennessee State, I forgot his name, the running back, he's going to be doing a lot, and he's going to suck this season. But it's going to, I mean, we're getting way too far ahead in the sense that we all want like MEAC to like merge with the SWAC and make a super conference and everything. But there's going to be tons of stuff that has to be done before this will all get off the ground, before, you know, schools. And then it's going to, the other coaches actually can't just sit back. I mean, honestly, Deion's putting a lot of pressure on these coaches to recruit better. And to be honest, if he's getting 3 and 4 and 5 stars, hey, I mean, some of these guys got to get up off their ass and start moving and getting 3 and 4 and 5 stars themselves. I mean, he can't be the only one, even if he were to dominate and he were to create this super team. All right, go ahead. Good.
Hold on, Mustafa. Hold on. Come on now. Okay. Come on now, Mustafa. Listen, I agree. I was riding with you. Boy, listen, you was driving along. I'm like, oh, this is a nice ride. Like, you really doing it. Then you hit a speed bump when you told me Deion has the other coaches got to you know how hard it is to compete with Deion Sanders? Recruiting. Like, come on, bro.
Don't think of it. Listen. Don't think of it as Deion. Think about it as the entire FBS. What he's trying to basically stress is everybody has to actually try a little bit harder. Deion's gonna be Deion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody can't have that personality. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know, because I used to work in sales, I used to work for Sprint, is everybody has a style. Everybody has a little swerve in them to close a deal. You just got to find that. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat. Everybody got to find their power. Some people can be as flamboyant as a Deion, but then there's like slow burn, quiet brothers that can end up at the end of the day got 10, 20 sales. Some of these coaches, I'm telling you, if they can't recruit, a lot of them are hiding behind the whole thing of I'm at HBCU and it's hard to do that here. I think that's bullshit. And I say that because I grew up in D.C. and I went to Howard University and I've seen recruiting classes where like a lot of guys end up in the NFL, and I was like, Jesus. But you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do. It has everything to do with the person who actually comes into the room. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I mean, Deion is an anomaly, but some of these guys are hiding behind. Because put it this way: if Alabama and all those schools in the top 25 are the gold standard, right? Those are gold standard where everybody's on television and everything. Then there's these like schools like UTEP and all these like no-name brand schools like Temple and everything, and they're still getting 3 and 4. It's like, if they're not in the top 25, there is no reason why a PWI should get those kids.
Mustafa, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever played football before?
Yeah, I have.
Did you get recruited by college?
Nah, I went to, I was a communications major. I was working at BET and stuff like that. I walked on at HBCU. So,
okay, at HBCU. Okay. So let me just break. I'm gonna give you a situation, right? You're a 3-star athlete and you're getting recruited by Alabama A&M and let's say the unknowns like UTEP, right? Let's say Troy. Troy is recruiting you. Troy and Alabama A&M are recruiting you.
Troy.
Yeah.
Troy. All right, go ahead.
All right. So Troy and Alabama A&M are recruiting you. Let's say you're a safety, whatever, right? So you take the tour around Alabama A&M, you see Huntsville, you're like, oh, this is nice. This is what's up. This is cool. Oh, this is dope. You go to Troy and you're like, they say, hey man, we got 3 nutritionists for you. We got 5 coaches that do lifting weights. We have a $28 million indoor pool facility that helps you ergonomically help you breathe better. We tell you how fast you can get. We tell you your max speed. We tell you how much carbs you need every day. You get what? Do you
keep going?
You get what I'm saying to you?
Keep going.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like they have
yeah. All right. Thank you for this exercise. Thank you for this exercise. Okay. All right. So you got the Troys or the UTEPs or whatever, and you give them that breakdown of all these amazing things, right? Now, Deion's put the spotlight on this entire universe that really for the naked world never really existed, even to these recruits that we're newly talking about. So you basically he's put that spotlight on. So now everybody's talking about HBCUs. That's in the universe. So that kid now who comes to your school and who went to visit Troy and have all those things, you know what you tell that kid, Troy? that kid who you're competing with Troy, you go, yeah, they got the nutritionist and everything, but everything is looking up here. And not only are you going to get the same experience or even better than what you see on those YouTube videos and stuff, there's a certain thing, not just the atmosphere and the energy of HBCUs, we can offer you something that those institutions can't.
And what is that?
Because we now have the spotlight on us. And not only are you going to be able to get the same energy, the same spotlight, and you're going to be able to, possibly have your own docu-series with the different, because you have more freedom because you're on a smaller scale.
Hold on,
but then you also have you have the opportunity to not only be in this environment, but possibly meet your future wife.
Hold on, Mustafa.
You know what I'm saying? In this environment, we're offering you 3 or 4 different things that those schools can't possibly offer you. You have to accentuate everything that the HBCU can offer you that those schools do not have.
You're not listening. All right, I get your point. No, wait. I get your point. You said a docu-series that's only going for Jackson State. I said you're going to Alabama A&M. You're missing the topic. Stay on topic, my guy. You said, oh yeah.
But here's the thing. This is the first year.
I'll let you. No. I just let you ramble. So come on, communication major. Come on now. So what I'm saying to you is, if you're going for football, and I laid out if you're a football player and I laid out everything that I'm telling you this. The only reason you're looking at it from your point of view, my guy, is because you've already went to Howard. You've already had the experience. If you're coming straight out of high school, that's a tough decision. When you think you're going to go pro or you want to go pro, the only person that has a chance to grab you away from Troy is Deion Sanders. You know why? He's an NFL Hall of Famer. What he's going to tell you? Hey, I know all the scouts. If you're good enough, they'll come find you at Jackson State. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about, young man. As a safety, I haven't seen a safety like you. Deion doesn't have to say nothing about facilities. He can just simply say, as a safety, young man, I have never seen a safety move like you move, jump like you jump, run like you run. I'm telling you, my coaches, we can get you to the next level. We can take what you have right now and we can fold it and we can mold it and we can get you there. At Troy.
All right. First of all, NFL players at HBCUs is not new. My coach was Carl Lee, who's a cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings. So that's not really new. It's just that Deion is a little bit more. Deion is a little bit more flamboyant. So here's what I'm going to say. You're making the assumption that a lot of these HBCUs don't have NFL assistants on their staff.
That's not what I said.
They do.
That's not what I said.
What you would probably have to do is actually copy it. There's nothing wrong with copying.
That's not what I said.
There's nothing wrong with copying.
That's not what I said.
Everything Deion's doing, I would actually copy it to a T and just put my own spin on it and do it myself.
You can't copy Deion because Deion is uncopyable.
No, I'm not copying his style. I can't copy Deion's style, but I am going to copy his blueprint, though.
How? It's Deion. He is the blueprint. He is the blueprint.
He's the personality. He's the personality. You know what his blueprint is right now? A closed mouth don't get fed. That's all he's doing. That's the only thing he's doing is he's actually speaking up. So what you need to do is stop being shy and sit back. Like I look at all these coaches when they're sitting across from Deion, they're all straight, man. They're all being quiet. Like they're going, yeah, I agree with Deion. No, if he's going to speak up, he's giving you the bulletproof shield.
Bro.
You should be able to be just as confident and ask for more resources as well. He's here. He's taking all the bullets. Why are you just letting this one guy take all the bullets instead of you speaking up as well? If he's making an argument for names in the back of the jersey and the best you can say is, well, Deion is right, you look like a bitch. You look like a pussy. If I was a recruit, I wouldn't want to come play for you either. But if you go, this guy is going to stand out in front of everything, I might as well, look, he's going to take the bullets. Let me go ahead and take these bullets too. There's no such thing as, we all can't be Deion. But you can be the best you that you can be, and you can possibly get some recruits yourself. All they want to see is that you're confident and you're willing to take that risk. 5 stars don't come if you don't ask. Closed mouth don't get fed. You got to ask them. You got to ask them. You're talking to a guy. I know I've seen outlandish when I say this, but I lived right around the corner from Howard University. I once saw a game where Dave Skywalker and Aaron McNair threw balls in Green Stadium. And there were like at least 10 or 15 NFL players on that field that day. It's happened before. It can happen again. Nobody asked. I looked at the coaches. the ACC coaches, when this little bit of brief time we've been watching, like I've been watching or been drawn back to ACC football, and none of these coaches have any confidence except Maynard. Maynard's the only guy, I guarantee you, Maynard, when he goes into those rooms, I bet you he mentions Deion's name by name. I bet you he's going to get some 4 and 5 stars next year.
Communication major. Can I speak now? Because you just.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Man, I don't.
I respect yourself. Go ahead.
I don't. Man, I'm like, I don't know what Howard is teaching that communication, because this ain't like, you know, it's supposed to be like a.
I didn't go to Howard, but I went to a lot of the parties when I was in high school. Go ahead.
Okay. So my thing is this, right? You're not missing. You're. I feel like I used to say in the military, the higher people get up, the dumber they get, and I feel like with you, and you could take it as disrespect or not, it's the smarter people get, the dumber they get, because Deion's brand is big enough to take the bullets. You got to understand that his brand is big enough. He can go on ESPN and say, why we not on the ticker? Connell Maynard can't do that. Vince Dancy can't do that. They don't have the cachet to do that.
But they have a guy. They have a guy in front of them.
You just talk for 10 minutes. You just talk for 10 minutes.
Lead.
Once again, just because you're following somebody doesn't mean you are that person. Okay? You just said Mortal Kombat, everybody has their special move. Just because you see Liu Kang do something does not mean you can do it. Just because you see Deion do something does not mean you can do it. You have to do your own spin to it, and it might not hit as big as Deion's. It might be on a lower scale. You're like, oh, I might. If you see a great leader at your job, you're like, man, I like the way he leads. I'm gonna take that and make it my own. I'm gonna do my own style with it. It might not be as successful as that leader, but you've just got a tool in your tool bag. So let's not knock coaches. Okay, you know, Deion is stepping. Okay, let me step my game up. They might not hit the home run like Deion. Deion is going to hit it 500 feet. You might hit it 401. Is it still a home run?
The only coach that I've seen, the only coach so far that I've seen, and I'm not even familiar with their network, is that gentleman from Alabama A&M. He's the only one that has the proper attitude. And I feel like if more coaches were as aggressive as that gentleman, because I have a feeling his program in the next 3 years, we could probably come back to this conversation later on, because it's going to take a couple of years. I got a feeling he's going to get some 4 and 5 stars. Because his mindset is different than the other coaches.
Appreciate the call, though. Oh, my God. Ooh. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Hey, this is Mr. D.
It is, Scotty. What's going on, man?
Good, Mr. D, talk to me.
Look, people got to understand. I'm going to try to break it down to your original question. If Michael Strahan, when he first came out with his suit brand, he would have naturally gone to Texas Southern. Now, maybe he did, and maybe the school wasn't ready, and maybe it wasn't hot. But people got to realize that the Deion effect is you getting attention with your brain. And that's why you see all the players, everybody's trying to attach themselves to Deion's program. You're seeing that with everybody. Everybody's trying to sell, market, and make the money off of the branding of Deion while it's hot, because we just don't know. We don't know if this is 1 year or 3 years. And that's what's going on. But people on the chat got to understand, HBCUs is still stuck in the past. So a lot of what Deion brand is doing, those institutions and the presidents are not going to go for that because they're traditional. They're not going to do it. And most of them don't like it, and they're hoping that he fails. So people just got to understand that it's the branding, the marketing. So with Michael Strahan, what he did, I think he did it for the money and the attention, because that's what he got. And it's a quid pro quo. You know, he helped the school out because the kids need to be uniform, and helped him out. He got some advertising. Okay.
Just simple as that.
That's it.
Hey, appreciate
it. All right, keep up the good work.
Hey, appreciate it, Mr. D.
All right.
Hey, what's up, Felix? Talk to me.
Hey, appreciate it. All right, keep up the good work.
Yeah, really quickly, man. I understand what you're saying. You're spitting facts. We need the Deion effect, man. He's a brand, like you said. You know, he's bringing Hall of Famers. Just to mention, he had his football camp. He had Hall of Famers. He had Tyrann Mathieu, Ocho Cinco, Terrell Owens. Even at the game, he's bringing stars there. So we need him. Like the last caller said, HBCUs are stuck in the past. They're worried about the bad memories and everything like that. Let me give you an example. When I was at Florida A&M, in 03, we went Division I, and in 2004, we played Illinois, Temple, Tulane, Virginia Tech, FAU, and FIU. We got all the money, got the exposure, but we was not ready. Hopefully, Jackson State will be ready and just uplift HBCUs. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's a slavery mindset or anything, but black people keep tearing each other down, man. That's it, man. Good night, man.
Appreciate it, Felix. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's up, Scotty?
What's goody?
Not much, man. I was looking at Michael Strahan getting suits for the Jackson State team. I really think, bro, it's a good idea, man. But my main concern with you and the last caller before this caller was talking about was the swag actually not the whole swag not being on Deion's level and Brandon. So my idea would be, okay, after recruiting wise, if they can't beat Deion 2 and 3 years going on, I'm saying fire those guys, get Hall of Famers in, get people who have the same brand. Because like at Auburn and Louisville and all those top schools, they're going to fire guys. They're going to get the best people in. So as far as HBCU, you got Grambling this week. They playing Southern Miss. I got Grambling beating Southern Miss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people think I'm crazy about that. But at the same time, you got looking like this. Look what they did against Alabama. What was it? They played South Alabama and they got blown out.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Trey Lowe at quarterback. And I feel like Grambling, the way they played with Texas State this weekend, they were playing sloppy, but they got talent and they got NFL coaches that are like adapting atmosphere at Tennessee State that, okay, once they get it, whether they go with Higgbottom or number 3, once they get it going, it's going to be tough to beat them. Alabama State, not too much. They playing Auburn. I see them getting blown out. But my point is, get all of these coaches that's in the swag. If they can't get it done on Deion level, get guys in. Ray Lewis, he could be a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Reed, that whole at Florida State defense, those guys got the mentality and the brand to come at these schools and make them all better. And then when we start being Power 5s, we already in the door anyway. That's just how I look at it.
I didn't get your take. No, I didn't get your name. What's your name?
I'm Get Active, man. I be in the chat, man.
That's what's
I be in the chat talking my little, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you
my
good?
little shit.
Hey, you good, my guy? You good? I just wanted to know what I could call you. But on Active, let me holler at you. Bro, listen, you preaching to the choir, my guy. Let me drop a bomb for you. You preaching to the choir because it's not that
not the bomb.
Yeah, no, it's a good bomb. It's not a bad bomb. It's a good bomb. But you know, because it's because at the end of the day, I don't want to push coaches that have worked their butts off to get at the level that they are, but it's not a shot at them. It's just what you want for the SWAC as a total. You get what I'm saying? You want the SWAC. If you got Eddie George, and let's stay with me. I want everybody to stay with me. If Eddie George was in the SWAC, Marshall Faulk was in the SWAC, Ed Reed was in the SWAC, like you're talking about a conference that ESPN would have no gosh darn choice to put on primetime television every day because of the recruits that came in, because of the headline and the brands of what these schools are now bringing to the table. And you have these, let's say they do it for 4 or 5 years, hopefully, and I'm saying hopefully, that once these celebrities step away and their assistants become head coaches, that they have built a brand to the school that people are now interested to watch, on top of it just being about black football. It's just good football. That's it. Just good football. We're getting top recruits. We're a top conference. We're competing for national championships, not celebration bowls, okay? National championships. And you're growing your brand that way. Active, man. Listen, I 100% agree with you. I would feel bad for the coaches that lose their spots because of it, but it's bigger than an individual coach. You're trying to build the SWAC into what it was back in the 80s, in the early 70s and 60s, to where it was a guaranteed pipeline to the NFL. That's what you want.
Sir. And I agree with you on that, man. And another point, the last point, I don't want to take all the time up because I know it's other callers, but you look at the guys like Peyton Manning, you look at the guys like Drew Brees, they alma maters. When they put in millions and millions of dollars in the school, it don't get noticed because it's so many people that's doing it. And then here you got Michael Strahan doing in this big news. You need more people like pioneers in the game, the Hall of Famers, to do that to every school and then not be big news because they're doing it all the time.
Yes.
You get all of that going on, man. You got a perfect outlet to the NFL. You don't got to record everywhere you go. It's naturally that they're gonna have a pro day and everything for them kids to go on the team and not just go on the team, but not get cut and stay on the team.
Facts.
Because we haven't got many in the league that stand on the team. We got a couple that go to a pro day and go to the Eagles. They don't make the 53. I want to see more guys in the SWAC actually make the 53 and make the team. And you know what I'm saying? We watching them on TV and on YouTube, and it's normal.
No, and
I'm glad for Deion, man, but I just hope the whole SWAC kind of graduate to what he's trying to do with Jackson State.
Active, man. Listen, tell me how big it would be if you're looking at a Monday night football game and a DB says Mac McClain, North Carolina A&T. You know what I'm saying? Or wide receiver Dalen Baldwin, Jackson State, or wide receiver Trevante Rucker, Jackson State. Like those
Dalen Baldwin, Michigan State, Michigan.
Now it's Michigan now. You get what I'm saying? Now it's Michigan now. So it's that's where you want to get it to. You know what I'm saying? Is where these big, because you listen, how you build your brand is through superstars, right? So OBJ made LSU hot. OBJ made LSU hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Like, who else? Let me see. Like, Zeke and Ohio State is like one and the same, and they stay repping their schools all the time. You need to get the branding of your schools up and out. That's all I'm saying. Up and out.
Yeah.
All right.
And ain't no need to hate on Deion Sanders, man. Just watch what he's doing and hope we can get some other coaches that's doing the same thing at the other schools, man.
Facts, Active. Big facts, my guy. Appreciate dropping another bomb for you, my guy. Appreciate you for dropping knowledge like that. All right, so listen, I'm about to get up out of here. Let me see. The Jackson J Stateway. I appreciate that, man, because I know you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, my guy. Let me see. Blue Blood says Steve Facts. That's facts, man. The SEC is brutal out here. I'm an Auburn alum, and they fired national championship coach less than 2 seasons after winning a damn national championship. It's hard out here for a pimp. Offscript man is 5 different TV shows, Times Square, every commercial that you can name. He does not need Jackson State Deion to promote his clothing line. Hilarious. EA, let them tell it. Let them tell it. That's what they say, EA. Listen, that's what they say. I ain't say that, EA. That's what they say. You know, that's what they say. Play as us. We give money and play up. All right. So listen, guys. This is my last caller. I'm gonna take this call and I'm out. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, I can. It all depends on what Mac Strahan and these other guys that with big names, what their agenda is, what they want to do. Like if Mac Strahan, he could pour money into Texas Southern all he wants to, but Texas Southern is never going to be a football team that can compete with a Power 5 school. The only school the only HBCU school that right now that has a chance of competing on that level is Jackson State. And Jackson State got the man at the helm that can bring in the talent to do this with. So if you take Jerry Rice out, Jerry Rice not going to throw money into Mississippi Valley because Mississippi Valley, they will never be able to compete on that level. Just like Texas Southern. Texas Southern is the best HBC basketball team going. And every year they have a NCAA tournament. Now, if these basketball players, these top basketball players was going to Texas Southern, then yeah, we have a shot. The HBCU, yeah, we have a shot of putting a team in the Final Four. But no, we can't spread the thing out and say, well, look, okay, we need players, we need Strahan to give money to Texas Southern. We need Jerry Rice to give money to Mitchell Valley. It's not going to be strong like that.
Sir.
You got to make that thing strong. And when you make it strong, you put it in to Jackson State. Because this coach can bring in the recruits and they're going to come there.
Sir, where do y'all find this? Listen, where are you finding this logic from? It makes no sense. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. You guys sound like you just be talking out your ass like y'all don't know what y'all talking about. That can't be a fact, bro. It can't be a fact. You know why? Because if you take the, and I hate comparing, but I'm gonna do it just for you because you brought it up. You said the only school that can compete with a Power 5 is Jackson State. The whole premise is you don't even need to be worrying about Power 5. You need to be worrying about competing in the FCS, playing high-level FCS teams. So we'll leave that. I'm going to come back to that topic later. If you're talking about Power 5 schools, they're always ranked, right? Everybody's going for a national championship. Everybody's recruiting the same players. Everybody. There's talent wait, I'll let you talk. There's talent everywhere.
Okay, I'm listening.
There's talent everywhere, and coaches get talent, and then schemes make players, and players make schemes. It all works together. You cannot tell me if you get 3 other Hall of Famers within the SWAC that they could not compete to get with Deion's recruits. You're bugging. You're lying. If Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and Marshall Faulk came in the SWAC, they could all compete to get a top-level FCS class, just like they do in Power 5 every single day. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. But that's not the purpose. That's not what Micah Strahan is looking at. Micah Strahan is looking at, okay, if I put my funds into Texas Southern, what is it going to do? The only thing it's going to do is build me a better security office, a better library or something like that. But it's not going to make my program, my brand bigger. I'm trying to make the HBCU brand bigger. So in order for me to do that, I got to invest my money into a school that's able to accomplish this.
Sir, listen, do you think Florida State was Florida State when Bobby Bowden got there? Do you think Alabama was Alabama before Nick Saban got there? And we're not even talking about the money. They always had money. They weren't winning until Nick Saban got there. People change things. Urban Meyer changed Florida's trajectory. Do you get what's like? Coaches, right people change things. So if it doesn't matter if Michael Strahan doesn't want to go to Texas Southern, give me another headline. Give me another big time player who's a headline that comes into the Texas Southern and can change the culture in the program. If Shaq was on the back, you think if Shaq was the head coach at Texas Southern, they couldn't get FBS talent? Like, you got to understand what people can do. People change lives. Deion Sanders changed the whole trajectory of Jackson State. They hadn't won something in, I don't know, like 5 or 7 years. And they possibly have him going undefeated. People change things.
That's what I'm saying. Deion Sanders is the man right now. Look, if I'm a parent, and I got a 5-star recruit, I'm sending him to a coach that's got a chance to send him to make him better and put him at the next level. I'm not sending my son to a school like Texas Southern that don't have no proven track record. That's what Micah Strahan is. Micah Strahan is giving his money to Jackson State because this school here is running the line that he wanted to run. All right. Yeah.
No.
Got it. What you need to do, man. No. You need to invest in Jackson State too, man.
No. I invest in Jackson State because I give them my time. What I'm saying to you is the mindset that you're rocking with. The SWAC would never grow as a conference. That's what you need. You don't need Jackson State to be this shiny pillar and everybody else be scrubs. That's not what you're looking for because the SWAC as a whole needs to come up. And people who are prideful in their school don't want to keep getting mollywopped by Jackson State because it's still not going to mean anything. They're still going. The SWAC conference overall is going to be trash.
You're right.
So you need people outside of the SWAC, football players, alumni, big time head coaches to come into the SWAC to grow the brand of the SWAC. Listen, the SEC is a brand. It's not just Alabama. It's Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Auburn. It's a culmination of teams that make up that's good.
You're exactly right. I agree with you on all that.
That's what you need for the
SWAC. I agree with you on all that.
That's what I'm saying. So you're telling people or you're saying, I don't want to say people, but you're saying that Michael Strahan shouldn't invest monetarily in Texas Southern. That's wrong. That's one. And two, they need. Go ahead.
I'm not saying he shouldn't invest monetary in Texas Southern. I'm saying he should give them something. Yeah. But what I'm saying right now, if say for instance, all the people that love HBCUs, because me myself, I came from HBCU. I love HBCU, but I know if everybody, we need, if we expect one school, because I thought like that for a long time too. I said, well, man, all of these schools can get together and they should be winning, but it's not going to happen like that. Alcorn, Mississippi Valley, Texas Southern, all of these schools ain't going to go forward. Right now, the only two schools that can go forward out there is North Carolina A&T and Jackson State. Now, these schools here, man, they got a shot to go forward. These other schools, man, they're going to, if they don't move on, they're going to be left behind. These schools, it's just like in school, man. I can't sit there and spend an hour teaching somebody that don't want to learn when I got other A's and B's in there when I need to be getting need to be getting what I got.
You know what you sound like. You know what you sound like. You know what you sound like? Let me tell you what you sound like. You sound like a kid that's got a new bike. I'm telling you, this is what you sound like. You sound like a new kid that's got a new bike. You're riding around your friends that don't have a bike, and as soon as your bike break down and you got to go back walking with your friends, then you're going to look stupid. Because that's what you're talking about right now. You're acting like Jackson State. Yeah, Jackson State has a bike. They're riding around everybody else. Everybody else is walking. Jackson State got a bike. When Deion Sanders leaves and that bike breaks on you, then what? You're going to go back to being with everybody in the SWAC. That's why you have to bring up everybody. Everybody got to get bikes, okay? Everybody got to get bikes. To be honest
with you, I don't think Jackson State is going to stay in the SWAC. I think Jackson State in 2 or 3 years from now is going to go independent. Okay. I don't think they're going to stay in the SWAC.
All right.
Because Jackson State is going to do like North Carolina A&T did.
Okay.
They're going to leave.
All right. Hey, Carl, you live. Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, talk to me. You're live. Hey, Manny, talk to me.
Hey man, look, man. I want to be funny, but I can't, bro. This conversation, man, is like is irritating me to the point where I had to call in, man, because I actually wasn't. I'm coming from a busy day, but let's get to it. As a businessman, you know what I'm saying? As a businessman, which I am, Michael Strahan did what he did because of the marketing. It had nothing to do with anything else. We can try to make it into something. He's doing stuff behind closed. Title IX ain't got nothing to do with it. It was what he wanted to do. It made him more popular for his brand and what he was doing to match up with Deion. It was the hotness, the new hotness.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. Let's not overthink it, because when you start to overthink it, you start sounding like idiots. It had nothing to do with anything else but that, man. What are you talking about, man? It made his brand, the Michael Strahan brand, more prominent and out there way more if I teamed up with Deion, because you've seen it. You've seen that he is an active member now in the HBCU. Just because I'm a name and a couple years ago I donated some equipment had nothing to do with it. It was for him. It had nothing to do with anything else. So trying to weasel, man, come on, man, y'all. Y'all be making me hate and calling in, man. Like, come on, man. Hey, Scotty, real quick too, man. Look, don't laugh, Scotty. For real, man. They be pissing me off, man. Hey, but look, man, you got this new membership, man. Scotty.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a very simplistic man, man. You're giving me 3 different categories of stuff. What in hell does all this stuff give me, man?
All right, so I'm gonna break it down, and I appreciate you for asking. The first one is just simply like, hey, Scotty, I like the channel. I'm giving you $5. Like, that's it. Like, don't ask for nothing. Don't get that. You just simply like, hey, here's $5. The second one is like, I think it's like $9.99 or something like that. You get some shout outs and you get some special stuff. But let me say this, over all 3 of them, if you call in and you have because it gives you a icon next to your name. So if you call in and you say, hey, Scotty, I'm calling in, I'm a member, and then you put your last 4, I automatically go to you. So you get your calls answered priority. You're always priority in the call line. And then the last one, that's the best one. I do like member lives with that group. So like, let's say it's 10 people in there, and I'll tell my member live, hey, I'm going live this Friday, just members only in this group. And you could ask me whatever questions you want, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, bet. I think I'm on that one, man. Look, I'm driving right now, so I'm a pick it apart. You know what I'm saying? When I get in the crib, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming from Hyattsville.
Okay.
But hey, man, look, dog. Like, this conversation is starting to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to hurt me, man. It's starting to, like, I feel like I'm losing brain cells. Like,
man, slow. And you don't even have to answer the callers. You don't even have to. You just listening. I gotta talk to people. So imagine how I feel.
I know. Man, I'm sitting there looking at you like, man, my man is forming a tumor in his head. I see it. It's on the left side, bro. Gotta chill out, man. Hey, listen, Scotty. You know, man. Hey, I rock with you. Hey, y'all hear me? Get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. Hit the like button, man. Like, what is up with y'all, man? Y'all cut. Look, I watch this guy because I'm a big boxing fan, right?
Yeah.
It's this guy that I watch. His slogan literally is, "It's before you come in my house, hit the doorbell. Wipe your feet before you come inside."
Hey,
as soon as y'all know what content y'all getting, hit the like button. You gonna sit and watch? Hit the like button, man. It don't hurt you to hit the like button.
Hey, I'm gonna clip that, Manny. I like that. Appreciate you, my guy.
Hey, you know what, man? Talk to you.
All right, peace. Hey, real quick before I get up out of here, listen. First, after one, I appreciate you for being a moderator. Appreciate you doing what you're doing. Profanity is allowed on my channel. All right. Overall, I let people listen. This is a channel for the people, by the people, right? So people who call in and they be like, yo, what the fuck, Scott? Like, I let that go down because I know that's how you feel. I know that's, you know, whatever you could, like, I let people comment, call me a BA N-word, okay? So I'm not opposed to profanity, all right? I know that's what it is. Some people self-correct themselves, which I appreciate. Some people say what they feel. I also appreciate that. In the chat as well, you are allowed to say whatever you want. All I ask is that you're not racist. There's no cyberbullying. We don't want to cyberbully anybody because we don't want nobody being a. All right, so that. All right, so it's all good. All right, it's all good. Do your thing. Have fun with it. That's what it's about. Talk your trash. Huh? Yeah, no more timeouts. Don't time out nobody. Listen, it's let it ride. All right, we let it ride in the chat. It's easy. All right, too easy. All right, you over there, boy. That boy acting like a hall monitor. You're like, do you have your hall pass? Like, God damn. Like, listen, just listen. If it gets crazy, that's when you chill out. You like, and you always warn somebody. Just don't be blocking people. All right, warn somebody. Hey, you know, don't do this again, or I'm gonna block you. Don't just be blocking people all willy-nilly. All right, you messing up. You messing up. You know, you messing up my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So until next time, guys, listen, I appreciate you. Once again, if you want to join the Off Script membership, As of right now, I don't think you can do it on the mobile device. All right. So I haven't seen it. So some people have done it, some people haven't. But I know for a fact, if you go on your computer, you type in off script, you'll see a blue join button. You can click on it, pick your things. Like the first one is just simply donation. If you're like, hey, you want to donate. The second one is shout outs in my videos. And then the last one is a membership live. So if I do a live membership or whatever, I do a live show, it would strictly be for those members. All right. I'm going to do those twice a month. All right. I'm going to kind of set those dates and we can make that happen. All right. So the mod weekend. All right. Let me see what else we got here. Make sure your YouTube app is updated. Hey, yeah, like facts. Make sure your YouTube app is updated so you can see it if it happens. Scotty, that was funny. No lie. Appreciate it. Thank you for not cyberbullying. That means a lot. No problem. I got put in time. You know, people getting put in time. Come on. First after one. Chill, bro. Chill. He overanalyzing, man. He overacting like shit, I don't even know. What's that lady from Matilda? Miss Trunchbull. You over here acting like Miss Trunchbull on the chat, bro. Chill. See, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. Appreciate it, man. Let it out, man. Jay White being a bully. He said, y'all just having fun with it, but I'm glad. Listen, that's what makes this chat fun, man. That's why, you know, I do what I do. I do it for you guys. I want you guys to get listen. This is a call-in show to get you guys' opinion and your feelings all out. Off script with what's that? What you say? Off script with $10. Does Akila DMs come with?
Ooh, EA, you can't afford my DM, sweetheart.
He said top flight security. Yo, he like, hey, we like cop. No, we ain't nothing like that. We ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We something like that. No, we ain't nothing like that. We ain't cops. We ain't nothing like that. First after one. Stop it. All right. Stop it. All right. Man, that boy over here. And listen, he said, okay, I got a little carried away. A little. Boy, you was out here acting like the patrol officers moving traffic. You know, you coming through now. You gotta go. Oh, no, I said stop. You stop. All right. You gotta chill, bro. We trying to have it right next to it. Best show. Hey, appreciate it, DJ State, man. Listen, so I'll be back for the pregame show, guys, tomorrow. You already know what it is, $100 Cash App giveaway. Make sure you're sharing it. Make sure you're liking it. Get all your peoples that, you know, all your swag fans. Listen, can I get somebody to win $100? I've been giving out $100 for like the last 6 weeks. Even in the spring games, I was giving out $100 and ain't nobody win that. So I'm trying to give this money. He said a Karen. Chris, you stupid. That boy said a Karen. I can't stand y'all in the chat. I can't stand y'all. Oh my God. Oh man, Bay, I would take you to the two. Who? Is he supposed to be talking to you? Oh Lord, have mercy, boy. You gotta get your price game up for her. This one's affluent, okay? she is, listen, not cheap. Do you hear me? Okay. The boy out like you picking scores. Hey, y'all gotta come correct, man. Y'all over here talking about some weird stuff, man. Listen. Shoot. And hey, yeah, Blue Lad, the round table coming soon. We coming back hard. If you think I'm hey.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn,
you already know what it is. Hey man, I love you guys, man. Keep rocking with me. I keep rocking with y'all, man. Until next time. So yes, pregame tomorrow. Remember, it's for the people, baby. It's for the people. That's why I let y'all call in and say whatever y'all want. Y'all call me whatever y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't be tripping. Because I'm not You already know how it is. So, just doing the picture with another woman shooting game at another. Mr. Campbell. Yo, Mr. Campbell, bro, you have no chill. That's what I'm talking about. You have no chill, Mr. Campbell. Yo, straight. Oh my God, Mr. Campbell, bro, you is stupid. He said, "That's my mom." Why does a grown ass man have a picture of his mom on YouTube? Oh my God. I am y'all, Mr. Campbell, bro. That was fun. Nia. Oh my gosh, you are stupid. Stupid. Okay. Dumb. I gotta get up out of here, Mr. Campbell. Oh my, we're not going there. Okay, we're not going there. All right. We're done. Oh yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're done. Okay. Cause you about to get people, you about to make people start feeling bad. That dude took a third grade picture with his mama and his 30-year-old. You about to make people feel bad. No cyberbullying. No cyberbullying. The chat is that's what makes the chat so fun, man. First after name one, whatever his name, first name after one. Yeah, he always over here trying to PC the chat, over here trying to act like Blue's Clues. Yeah, and Levi, you just became a moderator today, Levi. You over here acting up. See, man, that's what I'm talking. Man, y'all over here bugging. Over here trying to act like Barney and Blue's Clues, trying to PC my chat. And I literally just made Levi a moderator today. He over here acting like he big balling. Man, stop it. Hey, yo, Mr. Campbell is a real one, though. You know you cold when you can talk smack in the chat. Like, you can really drop a bomb in the chat. Yo, Mr. Campbell's next level, bro. Just got to get him blocked from the chat with the hit that again.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
You all right? Hey, that's how Mr. Campbell be coming in. He don't be playing with none of y'all. Hey, man, but I appreciate y'all. I got to get out of here. Y'all stupid. Until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless. Mr. Campbell, you stupid. Oh, my God.